Should CA be pursued in 11th or 12th? No, you don't have to do anything with regards to CA in 11th for sure. Post class 12, you'll be able to manage your CA foundation syllabus very easily. I mean, of course, it also depends on how good or bad you've been. But make sure that your economics, maths and accounts in class 11 and 12 has been very, very good. I remember, when I was doing accounts, I remember there was this book, MLD and Monilal Das and Chandrima Das and Hanifir Mukherjee. So these two books, I remember solving every single question. So I remember solving the entire Chandrima Das and Monilal Das book. There were hundreds of questions on partnership and, making those lines and writing journal entries and all. That practice, that, seriousness with accounts and even with maths, I remember there used to be this, ML Agarwal was there, obviously. And I'm from ISC board. And there used to be another couple of books. I remember one was D.K. Bhattacharya. He was a maths professor at one of the schools in Kolkata and had very difficult questions in his book. And there were 3. So 3 maths books I had solved in 9, 10, 11, 12 as well. So I enjoyed doing maths and accounts throughout the year. Since if your maths and accounts has been good, economics has been good, if your 11, 12 has been really very good, please focus on reading books, upskilling yourself in terms of being comfortable in terms of talking to an audience, start participating in events and everything, start getting very good with your Excel, PPT and all. It's going to help you in college and beyond. And during college with professional exams, you'll not get so much time to ace in those aspects or to give that much time to those aspects. Do that in 11 and 12. And if your accounts, maths and economics has been very good in 11 and 12, you will be able to manage CA foundation studies after class 12 easily. So don't worry about it. Next question, what should be pursued after 10 CBSE or SSC? I would always prefer, I am from ISC, so I'll have a personal bias towards it. But I think ISC is better than CBSE in terms of being able to use calculator on all the accounts. I think the syllabus is good, but I don't think there's much of difference in terms of ISC and CBSE. But I would stay away from state boards because it becomes easier with an ISC, CBSE board when you're, applying for colleges and the timing of the results and everything. So I think it's a little better. I would be on a safer side. There's no college particularly for actuary. So you don't decide college based on professional exams. You decide college based on the ranking, based on the city, based on the college timings, based on what you want to do along with college. Also based on whether you want the college to provide placements. In that case, you'll have to choose like a good college in Bangalore, Bombay, Delhi, particularly because there would be better placements in these cities. And then you can look at a Hyderabad or Pune. I'm not sure exactly because Hyderabad, I think, has more tech placements and less of commerce placements. So you'll have to check that. So these are the factors you look at in terms of deciding college and not the professional exam you wish to pursue. So professional exam, what you're going to be pursuing does not have anything to do with the college that you're choosing. At times, students take a college where the attendance is not so much of an issue in order to have more time to prepare for professional exams. I would say stretch yourself, try to get the best possible college admission. And also, with regards to the grooming aspect. So you also have to understand what amount of grooming do I want from college. That is also something that you consider in terms of deciding a college. Somebody asked about the age for doing CFA and all. Please ping the coordinator. She will answer that question and attend the first class of CFA online. Next question. August versus November CFA attempt. You've got a calculator which you can fill on the class website. And that will tell you when you should take up the exam. So instead of giving you like a flimsy answer, it's better that you do that. CFA after class 12. So you don't have to do anything with regards to CFA right now. Just make sure English, maths, accounts is good. Whether you want to do MBA, CA, CFA, FRM, whatever you want to do. English, maths, accounts, acha lagega. That's it. Do you have a math class? No, I don't teach maths. I would love to although. But I am teaching finance and there's a part of stats and maths and quants and probability, maths and all that. So those who are in 11 and 12, just check the first class of probability on my CFA first class. You'll not need a single formula to solve any question of probability. What are your views on MBA HR? I don't know. There are a lot of comedy and reels on HR, so I don't know what to say. If you like HR, but jokes apart, you can make a great career in HR as well. So I think it was Chanel which hired its HR officer to be the CEO of the company. But then when you're in HR again, as you know, made fun of in the reels that they're making rangolis and planning events and office outings and all. It's not just that. If you understand, who's doing which job in the company, understanding the talent, understanding every single person's role in the company, the skill set required, etc., you could do fabulously well. It's just about whether you are able to do that or not. How do you take up the role of an HR? Is it just recruitment? Is it talent acquisition? Is it coordination? So you have to understand that HR also becomes a very broad role. But I think you should wait till MBA first year and then take a call as to what you want to do. Building foundation in maths, start studying 11 and 12. Whatever is the syllabus of 11 and 12, just do well. Study more. Spend more time in understanding. Do not mug up. You'll be able to do 11 and 12 maths also. Don't worry. CFA with undergraduate degree, yes, you can start studying in the first year and take your exams in the second year. So that will not be a problem. Is it necessary to do MBA after CFA? No, it's not necessary. You will have to see why MBAs do CFA. There's a lecture and you have to see the CFA lecture. BCom second year, I give CFA. Yeah, you can. You can take your CFA and FRM exams. Something as simple as you don't give an exam, you take an exam. When I was talking about that English, that improving your writing communication skills, ChatGPT cannot replace you when you're talking to somebody. being very accurate about things. Now you need to start building on those. And those who've not been very good with studies till class 10, don't worry about it, because now at least you have new subjects like accounts, commerce, economics, etc. And there's a lot of content in maths, topics in maths which are going to be new. So at least have a fresh start. Take this opportunity to start afresh. If you've not participated in events till now in school, please at least in 11 and 12 start doing those, right? So make that change, make that effort if you want to do something. And second, also you have to understand that a lot of people say that class 10 scores don't matter, class 12 scores don't matter. But eventually later on what happens is when you're appearing for, let's say, your CAT exams and appearing for admissions in a B school, class 10 and 12 scores are also used. There is a certain amount of weightage given to those scores. So if those scores are not good, you might not even get a call from a good B school, despite you having 99, 99.5 percentile or 900 percentile in CAT exams. So you have to understand that. And don't complain later that I did not know. That time I was not studying well. Now I'm studying very good. I'm being very good and studying very hard. Why am I being punished right now? Because you've not been consistent. If I were to filter out candidates, why would I not filter? Because I don't have so many seats. 2.5 lakh students approximately take CAT exams, out of which you might have like 6,000 or 7,000 seats in the top 10 colleges in the country. So I cannot interview everybody, right? So I have to have filtration criteria. So if somebody has been consistent throughout class 10, 12, college and got good CAT scores, why should I not give preference to those kids? So don't complain later that I did not take my board exam seriously and now I'm not getting admission. What is my fault? Right now I got good CAT scores. You can't complain then. And that's exactly the reason why I wanted to have this session with you guys. So that you cannot complain later. You have that knowledge and understanding today itself. Career options along with CA. So again, what do you want to do with CA? What is the area you want to get into? So you have to decide accordingly. Like in tax or finance. So finance, you pursue CFA, and for taxation, you complete your CA very well. And then you work in your tax-based profile, depending again, DT or IDT, direct or indirect taxes, and accordingly you decide. So you start working and taking up your articleship in that particular tax domain. And then you have post-qualification courses by the institute in taxation after you have qualified CA. So that's how you go about it in terms of taxation. Private equity job roles again. So for private equity job roles, you'll have to first study finance. That is one. Second, you have to work on your communication, writing, Excel, PPT, all those skills. Third, you start in the industry and you level up with time. What people don't understand is that they want to start absolutely at the topmost position immediately. It does not work like that. Quant model risk roles. So if you want to get into quant model risk roles, you have to have good number skills. You'll have to learn Python. You have to understand finance. I would suggest you to learn a little bit of behavioral psychology and all as well, because there's a lot that is driven in the markets by the psychology or the behavioral aspect. So learn that. Entry-level jobs for FRM, yes, but again, you have to start with entry-level jobs and that's how you climb up. And again, as I told you, your college, your interpersonal skills, your grooming, your Excel PPT skills, your ability to write, all those factors also matter along with your professional exam in college when you're applying for jobs. So if you go for a job interview and you're not able to explain or talk anything or being confident and all, it'll be a problem, obviously. Should we do internship after CFA level 1? Yes. So you plan your time and accordingly you decide whether or not, or for what duration you can do internship. Especially if you think you want to improve on the grooming aspect and all, you should take up one. Again, don't go for just brand names in terms of internship, but rather go for quality of work. What is there to learn? It's a good combination of financial engineering with CFA. Yeah, so you work on the tech side. Financial engineering, again, it's going to be finance. First, you have to study finance with CFA, and then you have to work on the other aspects with internship and everything. What should we do along with CFA? Writing, reading, Excel, PPT, all those skill set. Financial modeling, there's a lecture posted on YouTube. Yeah, just check that. MBA in data analytics without computer background. You may if you want to. How do you apply the data analytics? How do you use data analytics in your role? I mean, I would rather have a subject expertise, maybe finance, maybe marketing. So if you want to do data analytics for marketing, SEO or whatever it is, I would rather be a marketing professional and then learn data analytics in order to take decisions based on that data, in order to understand that data very well. So I would want to do it that way. Not do data analytics per se, but I think it is going to be good even right now. You do a lot of reading with data analytics, it might do very well for you. What's best if I want to do an MBA? So understand, when you're looking for an MBA, you need to first get to the interview table. In order to get there, you need to have your 10, 12 scores very good. You need to have your college scores to be good. Next is you need your CAT scores. For CAT scores, you need to have really good English, maths, data analytics. You need to have very good English, maths, statistics and all. So that you need to do. That gets you to the interview table. After you're at the interview table, also one more thing, work experience also has a lot of points in terms of getting to the interview table. And then what matters is how well you're able to present yourself, your communication, your confidence, your profile, what extracurriculars, etc. you've done during school, college, your work experience, the quality of work, the kind of work you've done. All those factors will get you to convert that interview into a admission. Future of finance job market in India, I think it is going to be good. But till May, I don't think anything great is going to happen. Till May or in fact June. It'll be June end or July when things are going to start picking up. F&O trading experience helps in getting job. So F&O trading will help you getting jobs in maybe algorithmic trading, hedge funds, etc. And how and what you've been doing along with it. But if you have very less amount of experience with F&O, maybe it will be good for you to get into equity and all of that. But if you have a good number of like a decade experience in F&O, it'll be very difficult to shift roles. CAT or GMAT? I think you'd rather take CAT while in college and 1 or 2 years after college. If it does not work out, let's say your admission in the top 3, top 5, top 10 schools, you decide what is the level of your ambition. And if that does not work out, then you take up GMAT in the 2 years after college or 3 years after college is done. And obviously, I'm assuming you're working while taking these CAT GMAT exams. From marketing to finance, a CFA advisor. Yeah, if you want to switch from marketing to finance, in fact, there are a lot of ways in which you combine two subjects together. Like there's a lot of marketing jobs in the finance industry, fintech, NBFCs, banks, mutual funds, etc. Try to create a niche for yourself. You have to do the CFA versus FRM lecture in order to understand that. Yeah, no computer background can also learn Python, etc. You have to make effort here. You have to make that effort. You have to really work towards it. Even if you do not have a computer background, you will be able to learn Python, etc. Again, if your job demands you to learn Python, then you learn. And first, I always recommend you to learn Excel, PPT, and everything, because these are going to be used in almost all profiles. I mean, say for example, out of 100 jobs, I'm going to be using, let's say, Excel, PPT, and all in, let's say, 85, 90. I'll be using Python maybe in 2. But that 2 also is increasing. Business valuation rules and transaction advisory. Yes, CFA is advisable for that since it's valuations and finance. Do you invest in markets on frequent basis using that knowledge? Yes, I do invest in the markets, and yes, I use my knowledge because of my understanding in accounts, auditing, cost, tax, all these things, help you understand things very well. Whether to do your own work or whether to invest. You can't say exactly that I'm using that exact GST or whatever I had learned in school because I had learned, let's say, customs and excise and all that, which is not relevant anymore. But I understand GST very easily because of those concepts that I've built. So it's always, don't think that, if I'm learning today something, tomorrow, how's it going to help me? If you have that attitude towards learning, it will not be in your favor. What you should think is, what all do I need to, what all can I learn? Right now, what is the most important thing to learn? And you learn as much as possible, and you will never know how, your thinking ability, your presence of mind, your gaining perspective, ability to handle tough situations, thinking in various ways, all those things will improve if you're learning. And today or tomorrow, the knowledge is going to come in handy. So don't be, मेरे को क्या मिलेगा वाला attitude while learning with every single thing. ऐसा नहीं होता है. भजिया नहीं खरीद रहे हो कि अभी 20 रुपया दिया तो मेरे को क्या मिलेगा. It does not work like that. Long-term career, long-term growth does not happen with that mindset. Recent job market till May, I think it's going to be bad. Any guidance who want to build a career in finance, check the first class CFA lecture, how to become employable lecture on YouTube. Our internship and course is enough. Yeah, that's okay. You build your other profile, you compensate with the other things, but make sure that, join something like a Toastmasters or something in order to improve your interpersonal skills, if that is needed by you in terms of cracking interviews for colleges. So do that. College doesn't have any clubs or societies, make it, yeah. If your college or school does not have clubs or society, make one, become the founder, start the whole thing. You learn so much. And it is going to be a great addition to your resume. And if you want help, just get in touch with my team and we will help you and we'll do it. Don't worry. Thank you so much.